Welcome back to another weekend review right here on the Football Zone, and we're going to start off at Selhurst Park on Friday night with Crystal Palace versus Newcastle, where it finished Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 2. Two late goals, one from Callum Wilson and one from Joe Linton, sealed a huge win for Newcastle, and I must say I didn't think they'd get anything from here, but fair play to them. They were probably the better side throughout. They move up to 13th, Palace down to 15th. Palace need to watch out because they do seem like they're on the slippery slope at the moment. Brighton 1, Liverpool 1 at the Amex. 2 goals disallowed from Liverpool. Before that man again, Diogo Jota put them in front in the 60th minute. We thought it was game over, but no, Pascal Gross from the spot in the 93rd minute sealed a point for Brighton, and what a result this is for them, moving them to 16th in the table. Liverpool stay second behind Spurs on goal difference. Manchester City 5, Burnley 0. Riyad Mahrez with a hat-trick, Benjamin Mendy also getting a rare goal, as did Ferran Torres, and this really was Man City back to their best here. Just an outstanding performance, and that's the City who can just thrash bang average teams like Burnley, who just look a shadow of the side from last year. They're into 10th now, and they really do need to keep on building on this now, and they will have a successful season for sure. It finished Everton 0, Leeds 1 here at Goodison Park at 5:30. What a quality result this is for Leeds. They probably deserved it too. Everton had 2 goals disallowed in the first half, but you'd have to say Leeds probably did have the slightly better of the play. Jordan Pickford had a blinder, not very often you say that, but still. Rafinha scored in the 79th minute, and it was a really solid hit, and I think Leeds will just go from strength to strength here. West Brom 1, Sheffield United 0 was the score at the Hawthorns, and I have no idea how West Brom won this. First 5 minutes, Sheffield United had about 7 shots, and they should have been about 3-0 up. West Brom, though, fair play to them, got back into it and got in front. Sheffield United had a few late chances, but really they should never have won that. But anyway, that takes West Brom now up to 17th, Sheffield United bottom, and they really have to sort it out. Crazy game at St Mary's, where it finished Southampton 2, Manchester United 3, and wow. Southampton raced into a first half lead through Jan Benderek and James Ward-Prowse before Bruno Fernandes and 2 from Edison Cavani, who was absolutely outstanding, sealed a comeback, and that is as big as win as Ollie will ever had as Manchester United manager. Pressure had been building on him again, but no, he's turned it around, and that is a quality win. They're really in the right direction now. Southampton, they just need to be careful this doesn't break them. Chelsea 0, Spurs 0 at Stamford Bridge. A really close game, to be honest. No team really wanting to give anything away. Chelsea probably had slightly better of the play, but it was typical Mourinho, part of the bus. I think neither team just wanted to lose this game. It would have been massive for either side to win, but in the end, yeah, just a stalemate. So I think a draw is probably the fair result. Arsenal 1, Wolves 2 at the Emirates. There was a horrible head collision right early on with Raul Jimenez and David Luiz, and it's since transpired Raul Jimenez has fractured his skull, and we wish him the best in his recovery. But anyway, Pedro Neto put Wolves in front in the 27th minute before Gabriel equalised just minutes later, before Daniel Podence, 42nd minute, scored for Wolves to give them a huge 3 points. And the pressure just grows on Mikel Arteta. Really needs to sort it out because it hasn't been good enough recently. Wolves up to 7th. The shock of the weekend came at the King Power. Ademola Lookman scored in the 30th minute for Fulham before Fulham scored a penalty in the 38th minute for Ivan Cannavaro. Miracles do happen. Harvey Barnes gave Leicester a consolation goal, but that really wasn't enough. It drops them down to 4th. That's really disappointing from Leicester. This is a huge opportunity to take advantage. Fulham out of the relegation now. Huge result. West Ham 2, Aston Villa 1 at the London Stadium, and boy oh boy were West Ham lucky here. They did take the lead in the first half through and Andrew Bonner pretty much straight away before Jack Grealish equalised with a stunning goal. Jared Bowen got West Ham into the lead straight after half time, but Watkins missed a penalty and then he had a goal disallowed, which was just ridiculous in the last minute. Villa definitely deserved a point, but that's a huge win for West Ham. It leads them into 5th. Villa down to 10th, just need to stop the rot a little bit. First game in the EFL this weekend was Brentford versus QPR at Brentford's new ground, and it finished Brentford 2, QPR 1. Brentford took the lead in the 14th minute before Lyndon Dykes equalised in the 26th minute, and QPR were playing some really nice stuff before half time, and to be honest, I think they were probably the favourites at that point. Before that man again, Ivan Toney, what a signing he's turned out to be, got the winner for Brentford, and they're on a really good roll at the moment, up to 7th, and I won't bet against them going into the playoffs soon. Got back on track on Saturday lunchtime with a 3-1 win over Bristol City, and they look really impressive here. Ovie Ejaru opened the scoring in the 54th minute before Nucky Wells gave Bristol City an undeserved equaliser in the 73rd minute. Yaku Mate in the 76th minute and Lucas Zhao in stoppage time sealed the win, and I was really impressed by Reading, probably one of the best performances I've seen in the Championship this year. Solid at the back, clinical up front, they could be a force to be reckoned with. Birmingham 0, Millwall 0 at St Andrews. Karanka versus Rowett. Let's be honest, it was never going to be a thriller. Blackburn 2, Barnsley 1 at Ewood Park. Adam Armstrong just before half time gave them the lead before Sam Gallagher doubled Blackburn's advantage. Palmer did pull one back for Barnsley in the 90th minute, but it wasn't enough. Blackburn picked up yet another win and they're on a really good roll now, up into 9th, and they're definitely heading in the right direction. Barnsley did get up to 13th, but seems to be dropping down a bit now to 16th. Let's hope they can kind of just pick up a little bit. Cardiff 4, Luton 0 at the Cardiff City Stadium, and this was Cardiff at their best. The Cardiff we saw in the second half of last season, they were absolutely outstanding. Sean Morrison, Mark Harris, Kiefer Moore and Shai Ojo with the goals, and they fully deserved it. I hope this isn't the start of the slide for Luton, but they really need to pick up after this, and hopefully for Cardiff this can be the result that really pushes them on up into the playoffs. Derby 1, Wycombe 1 at Pride Park. Dwayne Holmes opened the scoring for Derby in Wayne Rooney's first game. It looked like we were in control before Matt Bloomfield equalised in the 81st minute, and Gareth McCleary had an incredible strike, hit the crossbar to earn Wycombe what was nearly a win, but it wasn't to be. I think Wycombe will be the happier of the two sides. Derby's still a tough place to go, so to get a win is a great result, but Derby, they just have to get a win out of somewhere. Huddersfield 3, Middlesbrough 2 at the John Smith Stadium. Eiting opened the scoring for Huddersfield, but that was before Marvin Johnson scored for Middlesbrough to give them the lead. Fraser Campbell gave Huddersfield the lead for the first time before Josh Koroma scored another for Huddersfield. Britt Ombolonga also scored a penalty, but overall what a great win for Huddersfield. Open up Middlesbrough's defence. Middlesbrough conceded 6 before this and 3 today. Madness. Norwich 1, Coventry 1 at Carrow Road. Marko Vrancic opened the scoring for Norwich before Bamal for Coventry gave them an incredible point. I know Norwich are suffering from injuries, but still a great point. And to be honest, I thought they were well worth it, to be honest. So really great for them. Fair play to Coventry, and hopefully they can start charging up the table now. Rotherham 2, Bournemouth 2 at the New York Stadium. Junior Stanislas got Bournemouth into lead from the spot before Freddie Ladapo brace put Rotherham 2-1 up. Dominic Solanke equalised later on. But this was a really great performance from Rotherham, and to be honest, they deserved a draw. They were really impressive here. Bournemouth I expected more of after being on such a good run. But yeah, Rotherham we're really happy with this, and that's an outstanding point. Wednesday versus Stoke 0-0. Tony Pulis versus Michael O'Neill. It was never going to be a classic. Watford 4, Preston 1 at Vicarage Road. Keena, Deeney from the spot, Chalobah and Pedro with the goals for Watford, and Birkenhazen with the goal for Preston. Watford were just at their best here, and Troy Deeney, so crucial for them, and that takes them up to 3rd in the table now, and they're really starting to get their rhythm, so really promising for them. Preston really poor, since the break they've been poor, they just need to go back to the drawing board. Forest 0, Swansea 1 at the Liberty. Connor Roberts with the goal just before half time, and Swansea deserved the win here. Forest was shocking, they just need to sort it out. Swansea just going from strength to strength at the moment. Guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily football news, and subscribe to my channel on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.